This week, Pastor Jonathan kept our Flipside series going with an examination of grace. Grace is the amazing idea that God gives us what we don't deserve, a gift of eternity with Him, and forgoes the punishment we do deserve, life and death apart from Him. We got an illustration of this when Pastor Jonathan walked us through the story of David and Bathsheba. If you're unfamiliar with the story, you can read it in the Old Testament book of 2 Samuel chapters 11 and 12. David, the king of Israel, sees a woman who he lusts after, uses his influence and power to sleep with her, even though she is married. When he finds out she is pregnant from that one-night stand, he tries to trick her husband into sleeping with his wife to cover up the adultery. But because he is so loyal to King David and his army, Bathsheba's husband won't return to his home. So David makes a plan to ensure he is killed in battle, and that's just the first part of the story. You see, David could have stopped this series of sinful acts by simply turning to God when he lusted after Bathsheba. And we know David knew this. King David wrote much of the book of Psalms, an Old Testament book of prayers and songs. In chapter 32 of Psalms, we read David saying, "Then I let it all out, I said. I'll come clean about my failures to God. Suddenly the pressure was gone, my guilt dissolved, my sin disappeared." Even when we know we have sinned and can be forgiven, it can be hard to admit it to God. Grace requires us to admit we aren't perfect, we don't know the right way sometimes, or to just say we're sorry and ask for forgiveness. Only then are we admitting we need God. So today, give yourself the space of just a few minutes to practice allowing grace to enter your life. Admit to God where you aren't honoring Him with your life, and just ask for His grace to enter that space and bring you closer to Him. Maybe it's admitting pride and believing you don't need His help to do it all. Maybe it's admitting you're allowing things to enter your mind and heart that don't honor Him, whether it's through television, pornography, or media. Whatever it is, and trust me, we all have something. Simply bringing it before God and asking for His grace and forgiveness is the very first step to living a life that allows you to accept His grace and to extend it to others.